Good evening, Wendy.
Good evening. What an awesome evening tonight. 5 stellar good news items to come out of your strategic plan presentation. And one of the things that I think is pretty awesome about tonight's recognition is that everything fits. You'll see that the shared beliefs, the vision and mission, that's what you're celebrating tonight. That's what our people do every day. So it is a joy to be able to share that with you tonight, and thank you in advance for allowing us the time to go a little beyond the number of good news items we typically share and take advantage at the end of the school year of some pretty awesome opportunities to celebrate. So we're going to have 2 good news items, and then like we did last month, we're going to take a short break to transition because we have a whole nother house of people across the hallway in the library. So we'll give them a chance to come in so you can recognize and celebrate them as well. We will start out our good news recognition tonight by celebrating our state championship bowlers from Northwest High School. And then since the athletic folks are involved in our second item as well, I will go ahead and have Jay and Terrell segue right into our second item, which is the recognition of our latest round of Superintendent Challenge Award winners. So we're excited to bring you these 2 honors this evening.
Welcome, Jay.
Nobody told me I had to bring treats. That's a tough act to follow. Guess I could have seen if we could have brought everybody a bowling ball or something, yeah. President Rohde, members of the board, Superintendent Thompson, thank you for the opportunity to share some good news and recognize a distinguished group of student athletes and coaches who have achieved the highest team honors in Kansas interscholastic competition. On Thursday, March 1st, the Northwest Grizzly boys bowling team competed in the Class 6A state championships at North Rock Lanes here in Wichita. Now, because we have a lot of new board members, please bear with me. I want to very quickly give you a brief history of interscholastic bowling competition in Kansas. Interscholastic bowling competition in Kansas was started right here in Wichita in the 1999-2000 school year, when USD 259, the Greater Wichita Athletic League, and the bowling proprietors got together, formed a contract, and said, let's do it. So I'm really proud to be a part of a league that started the framework, the groundwork for where we're at now. So I wanted to give you that short little history. Now, the state also recognizes that we need a certain number of teams competing before we can have a state championship. It only took 5 short years, once we started it, to get enough teams to have a bowling state championship. I'd like to ask you if any of you know who won the first boys state championship in 2005. And the answer would be Northwest High School. I'm kind of proud of that too, because I was the athletic director then. I still remember us talking about how they can never take it away from us. We're the first. So, okay, now let's get to 2018. The team of Brandon, Bonta, kind of raise your hands, guys, so everybody, okay? You stole my thunder. I was going to say that in a little bit. Okay, I'll let you continue. Gabriel Alvarez. Junior. Okay. Curtis Miller. Senior. Caleb Faring. Senior. Ronnie Turley. And Michael Alt-Gilbers. Okay. Rolled a team total score of 3,179 to win the state by 130 pins. 4 of the Northwest bowlers also placed in the top 20 medalists, led by Brandon, a freshman, 2nd place, and Gabriel, a junior, in 3rd place. I also want to add very quickly that Brandon had the highest average in the state, and Gabriel had the 2nd highest throughout the season. So, their coach is head coach Jody Floyd, the one that knew the answer, and assistant coach Brian Latta, who's not able to be here. Coach Floyd is retiring at the end of this school year, and this is somewhat why I wanted to give you the history lesson too. And she'll be stepping down as the head coach. She's been the only head coach for 19 years at Wichita Northwest. So I'd like to give her a round of applause. I would also add very quickly that not only did they win it in 2005 and 2018, but they also won it in 2008 and 2014. So we've had 14 state championships, and she's won 4 of them with her bowlers. So tonight we thank Principal Eric Hoffer-Holdeman, Athletic Director Lance Deckinger, the Northwest players and coaches, the Parents and Booster Club, and the entire Grizzly Nation for a job well done. Thank you. I asked Coach Floyd if she'd like to say any words, and she doesn't have anything to say, she said. So.
Except that's my cousin.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jay, and thank you, bowlers. Congratulations on your hard work. I do have one question for you guys. You can't leave yet. How many of you bowled a 300 game? Raise your hand. Wow. That's something that's impressive by itself. Congratulations, guys. Hang on, hold on just 1 minute. 1 minute. Cousin Reeser here has another question.
I was just going to say, I'm Miss Floyd's cousin, but I was going to take credit for the championship because I got appointed this year, and then they won this year, but then you had to mention that they'd won many times that's okay, many times long before I got here. But congratulations, and very proud of you. Northwest bowling has always been well respected throughout the state, and we're glad you represent us.
Thank you.
Thank you, folks.
Thank you.
President Rhodey, Vice President Logan, and fellow board members, and Dr. Thompson and Dr. Irving. We are here to acknowledge our Superintendent's Challenge for the third 9 weeks as we continue our focus on continued improvement of student achievement. We're here to celebrate some great student athletes. And we do say student athletes because they are students first. And so it is my honor to read these winners. I've got some great help here, and somebody's going to give out posters on this side. And students, when we call your name, would you please come on down? Superintendent's coming down. All right. Runner-up for swimming with a GPA, team GPA of 3.29, East High School. And the Superintendent's Challenge winner for swimming is Heights High School with a GPA of 3.3. And if you guys would go out there, we're going to take pictures right after this. Next for bowling, runner-up with a GPA of 3.3, East High School. And the Superintendent's Award winners for bowling, Heights High School with a GPA of 3.4. Next we have dance, runner-up with a GPA of 3.3, East High School. And the Superintendent's Challenge winner with a GPA of 3.4, Heights High School. Next, we have cheerleading. Runner-up with a GPA of 3.2, Northwest High School. And the winner with a GPA of 3.3, East High School. Good job, Mr. Alvarez. Next, the winner for wrestling with a GPA of 3.0, Heights High School. Boys basketball. Winner with a GPA of 3.1, Heights High School. Girls basketball. Runner-up with a GPA of 3.1, Heights High School. And the winner with the highest GPA of all of the sports for the third 9 weeks was Northwest High School with a GPA of 3.45. Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to take about a 5-minute break so we can let everybody go that wants to go, and we'll move the other group in from the library. So we'll come back here about 10 till. Thank you. Wendy?
I'm back. We've got 3 more fantastic good news items to share with you. One that recognizes the dedication of our teachers and our building leaders and our community partners and the students who exercise leadership and share their voice with our community through JROTC. So I am honored to introduce a couple of individuals who are no strangers to the Wichita Public Schools. Jim McNeese and Kathy Bush, currently State Board of Education members that have joined us in the seats on this side of the podium as administrators and building leaders. You were probably at Northwest when they won the first bowling? Don't start. Yeah. Well, I'm not trying to date you or anything. We have a long legacy of service to students and the community in these 2 state board members. And they asked for the opportunity to come down and join us as we recognize 22 schools that are being honored as 2017 Challenge Award recipients. 4 of those you honored last year. 18 of them are new honorees for Challenge Awards. So it's a great celebration, and we have certificates and banners that they can all hang up in their schools to show their pride in the achievement of their students. So without further ado, I am pleased to welcome Jim McNeese, Kathy Bush, Michelle Ingenthron, and Gil Alvarez to honor our schools.
Good evening. It's always an honor to have our state board members here.
Well, we're glad to be here. Particularly glad this evening to be here and listen to your strategic plan. Jim and I know oh too well how much work that is as we went through that at the state level. And I think we're probably both, can speak for both of us, although I hesitate to do that for Jim. But it really aligns extremely well with the Kansas Can vision. And so we're really excited about that also. And it looks like you've got a great plan, and I know you'll have a lot of good hard work going forward. So we're both glad to see that this evening. Jim and I are here this evening to recognize a number of your schools, elementary, middle, K-8, and the high schools that are recipients this year of the Challenge Award. The Challenge Award recognizes schools for outstanding achievement and uncommon accomplishments based on the Kansas assessment results, sample size, graduation rates, attendance, and socioeconomic status of those students taking the test. This award is given annually by the Confidence in Public Education Task Force, and I'd just like to thank them for their efforts. This is a nonprofit corporation whose primary purpose is to strengthen the confidence of Kansas public education and to increase the awareness of the positive aspects of public education in the state. This task force was created in 1981, and isn't that nice to hear some of those nice things that they do? They have a number of organizations that are a part of that group, so we appreciate their efforts by sponsoring this evening. And as Wendy mentioned, we will be recognizing 22 schools that will receive these honors, so we're glad to have those here tonight. And what we'll do, I think, to try to put some method to our madness here, Jim and I, and actually there's one other state board member that represent the District of Wichita. You guys are such a big district, it takes 3 of us. Well, I think what we'll do is ask first if the elementary schools would come down, and then once they all come down, then we'll read those schools off and present them with their certificates, and you have a banner also. So elementary schools, I'm not going to read your names, you know who you are. Come on down. Then we'll read your names. And then we'll read your names. Yes, please do.
I'd like to add one thing, and this is from the perspective of a principal. Most of my career was spent here in Wichita as a high school principal, and this award began in the 1980s, and I always considered the Challenge Award one of the most significant and impressive awards that a school could achieve. You know, and at Northeast and Northwest, when I was at those schools, we had the honor of once in a while getting in there. But it's a great award, and what's even better about this is last year we didn't have near this many. You know, the improvement is dramatic. So congratulations to you as a board and your administration, teachers, and of course your students for doing such a great job. It's really a great job. Wow, 22 tonight? Wow, 22. Congratulations.
Okay, we'll start first, and we'll read off the name of the school and then which grade and what subject area you received the Challenge Award. So if you'd come up first, and Michelle, I guess you can. Yeah, I don't know if a board member wants to come up and join us. Mr. Rohde?
Sure. You want to come, Dr. Thompson? They didn't ask you.
I think you got elected there, Mr. Rohde. Okay, we'll start first with Cleveland Magnet Elementary School. And they received their award for 5th grade math. Principal is Michelle Wilkes. And then we have Payne Elementary School, 5th grade math. Principal Tina Young. At Cessna Elementary School, third grade reading, Principal Matt Snodgrass. Enders Magnet Elementary, fourth grade reading, Principal Hannah-Laura Burdette. Franklin Elementary, third grade math, Principal Suzanne Smith. Griffith Elementary, third grade math and fifth grade reading, Principal Linda Brown. Irving Elementary, fifth grade math, fourth and fifth grade reading, Principal Heather Vincent. McLean Magnet Elementary, fifth grade reading, Principal Cindy Graves. OK Elementary, third grade reading, Principal Jamie Allison. Ortiz Elementary, third grade math, Principal Christina Bauer. White Elementary, fourth grade math, Principal Paula Rodriguez. Okay, those are our elementary schools. Are a couple of the K-8s down here already? They're still up. Okay. All right. Again, as Jim said, we want to congratulate our elementary schools and all the hard work that you've done, not only in reading and math, but I know you do a lot of work with a lot of other things. So congratulations to the elementary schools. And as soon as they are seated, if the middle school and the K-8s would come down. Oop, I'll get out of the way. Excuse me. Way on the other side. Okay, our middle schools and our K-8s. First we have Brooks Middle Magnet with 7th and 8th grade math and 7th grade reading, Principal Ben Mitchell. Or some of his teachers here, get him in line. Gordon Parks, K-8 Academy, 6th grade reading, Amanda Kingery, principal. Horace Mann, K-8 Middle Magnet, 7th and 8th grade math and 7th and 8th grade reading, Principal Vanessa Martinez. Vanessa's the hugger. Okay, Hamilton Middle School, 8th grade reading and 6th grade, 8th grade math and 6th grade reading, Principal Justin Castle. Marshall Middle School, 7th grade math, Principal Ron Stubbs. Meade Middle School, 8th grade reading, Principal Toby Martin. Pleasant Valley Middle, 8th grade reading, Principal Walter Givens. Robinson Middle, 6th grade math, 7th grade reading, Principal Amy Champlin. Congratulations. Truesdale Middle, 6th grade math, Principal Vicki Manning. Okay, those are our K-8 buildings and our middle school building, so congratulations to all of you. And as they're returning to their seats, would our high school please come down? Yes, we're shaking good hands. Okay, for our high school, we have North High School, 10th grade reading, Principal Sherman Paget. Congratulations. This is a lot better looking crew than if Sherman had been here, you know what? Congratulations, good to see you. And Southeast High School, 10th grade math, Principal Lori Doyle. Congratulations, Lori. Okay, those are our two high schools for the Challenge Award, and congratulations to you. Wendy, I don't know if you're doing any pictures or anything with any of them, so Do you have any special directions out front? Susan says out this way. Okay.
Before you all escape, as
Oh.
Mike's returning to the podium, or to his chair, I just want to say, I want to say thank you very much for all of your hard work. This does not come easy. I understand that extremely well. And for our elementaries and our middles and our K-8s and our high schools to be Challenge Award winners, we are so proud of you because we know how much hard work it is. So thank you so very much.
We'll let those folks file out so they can get their picture taken, well deserved. Don't follow Ben. I think we can go ahead.
We know that it takes a village to help support our children and accomplish the things that we've recognized tonight. And one of the members of that village are the members of the Junior League of Wichita, an organization that's been a partner with our district for decades. And we're here to recognize them this evening, and I think Dr. Thompson maybe is going to get a new handbag tonight. You'll hear a little bit more about her purse this week. The Junior League for the past 5 years has presented 3rd and 4th graders in our district with a puppet show called Someone to Talk To, raising awareness about childhood sexual abuse. And one of the main goals of the puppet show is to help students identify a trusted adult in their lives with whom they can share concerns. Puppet Joanne, I would not want her to hear me mispronounce her name. She is a trash bag, handbag ambassador, and she is pleased to be here tonight with Miss Laura Roddy and some of Laura's friends from the Junior League that you will have the chance to meet and hear more about the trash bag, handbag campaign and the good work that the Junior League does to support Wichita kids.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Wendy. Good evening. As Wendy said, we're an organization of women committed to promoting volunteerism, developing the potential of women, and improving communities through the effective action and leadership of trained volunteers. So I'm Laura Roddy, our president, and there's more than 700 of us in the community, but I'm joined today by Darcy Wilhite, Rachel Banning, Laura Fisher, and of course, Joanne the Puppet. We are here, first of all, it is Child Abuse Prevention Month, April, and we're wearing blue because of that, in honor of that. And we also want to honor Wichita Public Schools as our partner in our efforts to combat child abuse. So as an organization, we have focused our efforts on combating child abuse through awareness, prevention, and intervention. And one way we do that is through the puppet show, Someone to Talk To. And so we are traveling to Wichita Public Schools, teaching 3rd graders and 4th graders about both physical abuse and sexual abuse. And of course, we are not the experts, but what we can do is we come in and we can perform this puppet show. It's very engaging. It captivates the children in a way different. It's much more captivating than, say, a video or even just a kind of a lecture would be. So we do the puppet show, and then at the end, we're able to partner with the counselors and social workers who lead a guided discussion with the children. And we're very proud that we have, in the 6 years or so, we have performed this show more than 300 times to an audience of more than 20,000 students. And we know of at least 50 cases where a child has reported something that's needed further investigation. So that is, and we are here to present Dr. Thompson this Community Partner Award. And what I want to tell you a little bit more about as well is these lovely handbags we're carrying today. Dr. Thompson will be sporting one as well, we hear. So this week is our third year of our trash bag handbag campaign, and it's where our members, we trade out our regular handbag for this blue bag this week as kind of a conversation starter and to help raise money. We want to draw attention to the plight of children in police protective custody, who lots of times they're removed out of their homes and they've got nothing but a few items in a plastic sack as they go on to their next journey. And so by raising awareness this week and raising funds, we're able to purchase duffel bags that we fill with hygiene items and comfort care items. So that is what we're doing this week, and we are honored that Dr. Thompson has agreed to be another trash bag handbag ambassador for us this year. So we do appreciate your commitment to children. All of you our most important asset in the community. Thanks.
Thank you.
Before you take off, I have somebody that would like to ask you a question. Stan?
I just want to make clear I understood. So if a child is in protective custody with a child, then their personal items are handed to them in just a plain blue trash?
You would have speak more to this.
So they're typically asked to go gather their things,
Okay.
and they are given a trash
Okay.
bag to
Just depending on-
put all of their
Right.
life.
It's kind of a symbol.
It may not be blue, but it's,
Correct. It's usually like the Dillon sack or the Target sack that we use in our homes as trash bags.
so a lot of times a child is going to have their whole life wrapped up in one plastic bag.
Yeah,
Okay,
essentially. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you for what you do.
Yes.
One more time, Wendy.
One more good news item, and tonight gives you an opportunity to wrap together several recent opportunities that our JROTC and leadership program has had to honor cadets. And I think tonight might be your first opportunity to meet the new Corps Command staff for next year. So without further ado, I am pleased to invite Lieutenant Colonel Robert Kennedy forward to tell you more.
Welcome, sir.
Welcome, sir, to you. President Rohde, Superintendent Thompson, members of the Board of Education, Dr. Irving, it's my pleasure and honor to be here once again to talk about our great cadets. This one is the third installment of our honorary cadet boards, the third and final installment. This one represents the first year JROTC cadets at the high school level and the sixth grade cadets at the leadership level. But also, as the norm for this final board meeting where we do good news recognitions, we also have our next year's, or school year 2018-19 course staff. Last Tuesday, we had a selection board which was convened by Assistant Superintendent Alvarez, our Board of Education President, Mr. Rohde. We had our mayor, Jeff Longwell, there, and we had our county commissioner, one of our county commissioners, David Dennis, serving on the board. And as a result, the selection board honored the following cadets with next year's leadership of our JROTC and Leadership Corps. Sir, if you don't mind, would you please present the certificates for them? And first off is next year's Corps Commander, Cadet Zarek Nance from East High School. The Deputy Corps Commander is Cadet Grant Harder from Southeast High School. And the Cadet Command Sergeant Major is Cadet Lindsay Fleming from North High School. At the National Award Ceremony, which we had on last Thursday evening, we promoted these cadets. They will assume their positions effective 1 June, but they're already strutting their stuff around their campuses, and they've already started making some unfair demands of me, which I will try to run and hide as best I can. So please give them one more round of applause for a great achievement. I'll now address the first-year honorary cadets, junior ROTC cadets. These cadets are in alphabetical order, last name. First is Delani Agnew from Southeast High School. Delani? Oh, okay. All right. Next is Leslie Tina Diaz from East High School. Next is Madison Gullidge from South High School. And in addition, Madison was selected as the district honorary first-year cadet for school year 2017-18. Next is Lena Hill from Northeast Magnet High School. Next is Jose Ramirez de la Cruz from North High School. And the last honorary cadet, she's not here this evening, is Trinity Thomas from Northwest High. Please give a round of applause for the JROTC first-year cadets. The leadership honorary 6th grade cadets. First off is Annalisa Serta from Krista McAuliffe Academy. She's not available this evening. Again, these cadets have lots of things going on, and there was a conflict right off the start. This cadet was also the honorary district cadet. Next is Logan Davis from Hadley Middle School, unable to be here this evening. Next is Brices Garcia from Marshall Middle School. Next is Vi Ledoux from Meade Middle School. Ruby Loya from Pleasant Valley Middle School. Nariah Seals from Hamilton Middle School. And lastly, Dakota Weatherby from Brooks Magnet. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our leadership 6th grade cadets. Are there any parents or guardians in the audience that we need to honor as well? Thank you so much for your efforts in helping us with this year. And of course, the instructors for these cadets, I know that these folks are in the back, the lady and gentlemen. Please, thank you very much for your efforts. Pending your questions or comments, that's all we have, sir.
I would have one comment. The three of you that are standing here in front of us, I know that Thursday night you made several laps getting awards, and congratulations on that. That was a great night, and it was an honor to be there as part of that, and to see you guys again, and to be able to sit on the board that selected you for your posts was a pleasure and an honor also. So I know that you're going to serve us well and do a good job. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, sir. Cadets, you're finished for this evening. Please fall out the nearest door. Thank you. Thank you, sir, for your assistance.